All right, let's get started. So on our mat, first thing I want us to do is just have a seat. If you don't have a mat, it's okay. I would do it on the carpet, but I have a mat here, so it's no big deal. But sit, whatever's comfortable for you, sitting on your mat. And then from there, I want you just to try and sit tall so your shoulders are over top of your hips. Most of us, we jet our chin out in front, so push that back a little bit and just try to sit nice and easy on your mat. From there, we're going to go ahead and breathe in a nice full breath all the way in, and then breathe out. With your breath, I want you to try to fill your lungs each time, all the way full. Kind of letting your body calm down, your nervous system relax a little bit with each breath that you take. From here, let's go ahead and lift our hands above our head with a big inhale. The exhale, the palms are going to press back down. Let's go one more time. Inhale. This time, I want us to take our right hand and bring it over to our left knee. And we're going to let ourselves twist with the exhale. Think of this as wringing out a dish rag. You are the dish rag in this situation. When you breathe in, you want to hold your pose, hold your position, and when you breathe out, you want to let it go just a little bit further. We're going to inhale. Let's bring everything back to the center. Lift the hands high above the head. In the exhale, let's go ahead and lean forward. Wherever you're at right now is good. You don't have to press yourself. With every pose we do today, you should be able to breathe a full, long breath like you are right in the beginning. Let's inhale and bring the hands back up high above the head. On the exhale, let's go ahead and twist the opposite direction. So with our inhale, we hold our place. With our exhale, we find a little bit new space. Inhale and bring our hands back high above our head. And on the exhale, hands to the sides. From here, we're going to move ourselves into a tabletop position. So our hands are going to be right underneath our shoulders and our knees right underneath of our hips. When we inhale, we're going to pull the belly down, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. On the exhale, we're going to round the spine. Keep flowing. So we're going to inhale with our breath. Your breath will move your body here, so pay attention to your breath. If you are not muted right now, would you mind please muting your microphone? From here, we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to let our hips slide back over our heels. We're going to extend our arms forward and let our head come down near our mat. Find length all the way from the top of your head, the tips of your fingers, all the way through your tailbone. Let your shoulder blades pull down your back and your chest open up. Come back to that nice long breath. From here, we're going to inhale. On the exhale, let's crawl our hands over to the left side of our mat. And then we're going to sit back into that child's pose again. You're going to feel it in the right side body. So your ribs in that area, you should be nice and open and feel a nice stretch in that area. Let's bring it back to the center. Let's come back up to tabletop for a second. In tabletop, we're going to inhale and exhale here. Let's go ahead. Inhale. On our next exhale, we're going to take our left arm and extend it, and our right leg. On our inhale, we're going to bring our elbow and our knee towards our mid-body. On the exhale, we extend. Be strong through your core. Find length from the tips of your fingers through the ends of your toes. Let your body flow with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring everything back to the mat, tabletop position. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, let's push the hips back, extend the arms forward. Back to that child's pose. We're going to inhale in child's pose. And on our exhale, we're going to walk our hands over to our right and then sink our hips back down, finding a stretch in our left side body. Let's let ourselves come back to center. We're going to bring ourselves back up to tabletop. Let's take one big inhale in tabletop. And exhale. One more inhale. On our exhale, I want you to send your right arm forward and your left leg back. On the inhale, bring everything to center. On the exhale, extend. Let yourself flow with your breath as you move. Listen to your body and what it tells you as you move. How is it feeling? We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, let's bring everything back to the mat. From here, we're going to let ourselves lift our hips. So we're flipping our toes under, lift our hips up and back, downward dog. First thing we want to try to do in downward dog is try to press your chest towards your thighs as best you can. We don't care if our knees are bent or our knees are straight. That doesn't matter. From here, I want you to pedal your feet. So you're going to push one heel towards the floor and then the other. Remember to have that nice, long, full breath. Push our chest towards our thighs. Those fingers splay out. Our weight should be all throughout all of our hand and fingers, not just in one part or another. We're going to inhale, look up, and on the exhale, we're going to walk our feet forward on our mat between our hands, forward fold. From here, we're going to inhale and bring our hands high above our head. And then exhale, hands to the side. Let's go ahead and inhale, hands come high. Exhale, fold. Trying to fold through our hips, and at the end, then our spine folds. We're gonna inhale, come up halfway, flat back, half lift. On the exhale, we're gonna bring our hands to the mat, step back to plank. Let's inhale in our plank. On our exhale, we're gonna squeeze our ribs with our elbows as we lower our body down towards the floor. Chaturanga. From here, we're gonna push up our upper body, pulling our shoulder blades away from our ears, letting the tops of our feet come down to our mat. Up dog. Inhale here. On the exhale, let's flip the toes, lift the hips, push back, downward dog. Let's inhale. On the exhale, walk those feet forward, forward fold. Let's inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands come to the sides. Let's inhale, bring our hands high. This time I want you to interlace your fingers at the top. We're gonna try to stand tall here. We're gonna inhale. On our exhale, I want you to push your right hip out to the right and let your hands come over to your left. We're gonna inhale, come back up. On the exhale, let's go to the other side. Left hip pushes out to the left, right hand, or hands go over towards your right. So now come back to the top. The exhale, let yourself fold nice and slow through your hips. When you reach your hips, maximum range of motion, let your shoulders fall down to the floor. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, let's bend the knees, bring the hands down and step back to plank. We're gonna inhale and plank. On our exhale, let's take our time and let our body lower slowly towards the floor. From here, we're gonna pull those shoulder blades down. Inhale, come up on the tops of our feet and push up, upward dog. Let's take a few breaths right here. Think about shining your chest and really opening through the front. Pull your belly button in, make sure that you have an active core so you don't injure your low back in this. Inhale. On the exhale, let's flip the toes, push back, downward dog. This time in downward dog, I want you to take your right hand or right foot and lift it up high. I want you to bend that right knee, take the right foot over towards the left side of your body and let that really open up that right side. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, let's square those hips. Let's bring the feet down to the floor. Let's drop the knees to the mat. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, push back, child's pose. Let's let ourselves come back up. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, let's go ahead and push back, downward dog. Let's inhale, take the left leg, reach it up high towards the sky. We're gonna bend that left knee and send that left foot over to the right side of our body. Let's work on that full breath. This is a little more difficult position. So if you're finding yourself not able to do it or breathe, you want to come back to just down dog. Let's inhale, bring everything back to the floor. On the exhale, let's walk our feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up. And exhale, our hands to our sides. This time I want you to inhale, but just bring your hands halfway up, so you're going to T. On the exhale, I want you to send your right hand forward and your left hand back, letting it twist through your body. Take your gaze to your back hand. Twist all the way through your spine, from the top of your head all the way down to where your hips meet your spine. Let's inhale and bring everything back up. Let's exhale and then our hands come to our sides. Inhale, let's bring our hands halfway up. On the exhale, let's send the left hand forward and the right hand back. Let's gaze back towards our right hand, finding a twist through our spine. Let's inhale and bring everything back to center. Let's go ahead and take one big inhale, hands high. On the exhale, we let ourselves fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk or hop the feet back to plank. You're going to inhale in plank. The exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push up, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. Let's inhale here. On our exhale, let's walk or hop the feet forward between our hands, forward fold. Let's inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the sides. This time, let's inhale those hands high. On our exhale, it's your choice to just stay hands high or let yourself kind of lean back and open up through your front just a little bit. Same thing here, protect your back by having a strong core. Let's inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk or hop those feet back to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, push up, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. Let's go ahead and walk our feet forward and come to a seated position on our mat. Let's put our feet flat on the mat, try to sit up tall, and then we're going to inhale. On our exhale, I want you to roll. So I want your first vertebrae closest to the ground to touch first, and then think about it. One, moving on up your spine, one at a time, touching the floor. Until you come down to your mat. From here, I want to reach your hands so that the tips of your fingers can touch your heels. And your heels should be about shoulder width apart. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, I want you to lift those hips up and let yourself breathe. Inhale here, and on the exhale, go ahead and let yourself come back down to the floor. Let's inhale. On our exhale, let's hug our knees into our chest. From there, let's let ourselves go ahead and roll forward and back. Try to keep yourself nice and tucked. And then let's let those feet come back to the floor. Our heels touching again. This time we're going to lift into that hip bridge, and then if you choose, you can add a chest opener. So you'll interlace your fingers underneath your body. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lift those hips. If you want to interlace your fingers, you just do it right underneath. And then you kind of crawl your shoulders down towards your heels. We're going to inhale here, and on the exhale, let's go ahead and let our hips come back down to the floor. Let's take our knees into our chest. And then let's let ourselves roll up into a seated position. From our seated position, I kind of lied. We'll go from both, though. This will be good. We're going to sit tall. Let's lift one foot up off the floor. Let's lift the other foot up off the floor. Try to think about somebody pulling on your shirt right here and lifting up your chest. So you're not rounding over, but you're trying to stay tall. You're going to inhale. On the exhale, I want you to open that boat a little bit. On the inhale, let's bring it back up tall. And I lied about that. We're going to inhale as we open. And exhale as we close. One more time, we're going to inhale. And exhale. Now from here, let's go ahead and open all the way up. So we're going to go slow. And open all the way up. Let's bring our right knee up. We're going to take our left ankle and put it on our right knee. I want you to take your foot and flex it back toward your shin and let your hip just open up. This is supine pigeon. So our goal is going to be to pull our right knee towards our right shoulder. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to reach towards my knee. I'm going to let that knee pull towards the shoulder. The key with all of these poses and postures is you still want to be able to breathe a full breath. If you are stretching too hard, you'll get no benefit from that stretch. Your body actually has a response to fight that stretch. So you want to be in the right level of tension for you, and that's going to look different for everybody. So just let that hip open out to the side. Keep that nice full breath. Go ahead and release that side. You're going to bring both feet flat on the floor. Let's take that right ankle and bring it across the left knee. Let that right knee really open up that hip. You're going to inhale here. The exhale, let's go ahead and pull that left knee back towards the left shoulder. So we're not bringing it across our body. We're trying to keep it on the same side that it's already on. If you can't do this, so if this is too hard, you can also do this in a seated position. So that lets you adjust where your foot is to open up that hip angle. So that's an option as well. Go 2 more breaths right here. Nice long full breath. Go ahead and release. From here, I want you to roll yourself up. So you're gonna reach those palms forward towards your feet. You're gonna lift the head and then move your way up as you go. Coming up to seated. We are going to bring the soles of our feet together. Try to sit up as tall as you can, shoulders over hips. You're going to inhale here. On the exhale, I want you to first think about using your hips to pull your knees down towards the floor. And then from there, you can kind of add to it by pushing down. From here, let's sit tall. Let our legs come up again into that boat pose. Let's find 5 good breaths right here. If you want, you can extend your legs fully. You can extend your arms. Or if it's difficult, you can also just bring your feet down near the floor or put your hands on the floor to help for support. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, let's bring the feet back together. And let's open up into that butterfly one more time. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, think about pulling those knees down towards the floor. Last time here, we're going to bring ourselves back up into boat. Sitting tall. Remember, somebody's pulling up on your shirt.
Bye, Mr. Emmons. Bye, Mr. Rick. Bye, guys.
We're going to inhale here, and on the exhale, let's let ourselves open all the way up. Move back down to the floor again. Let's take our hands out in a T. Palms are going to face down. We're going to inhale. Bring our knees up at a 90-degree angle. If you want, you can extend your legs all the way, but it's kind of your choice. We're going to inhale. On our exhale, let our knees fall over to our right or left, I guess. Try to keep both shoulder blades on the ground with this twist. And that means some of us, like me, I'm not going to get all the way over to the side. And that's okay. Come on, lay down, do some yoga with me. Inhale, bring your knees back up over the center. On the exhale, let's bring the knees over to the opposite side. So if you're on the right last time, be on the left this time. Inhale, bring everything back to center. And on the exhale, we're going to come back up into that seated position. We're going to let ourselves come forward on our mat. So we're going to be on our hands and on our feet. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to go ahead and push back into downward dog. Let's walk our feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, come on up. Exhale the hands to the sides. Inhale, bring those hands high. On the exhale, we fold. Inhale, we go half lift. Now on the exhale, we're gonna take our right foot and step it back. We're gonna be in a long lunge. Our goal in this position right now is to have our knees still over our ankle, not out in front and not behind, but right over the top of our ankle. From here, let's go ahead and drop that back knee, and we can put the top of our foot down on the floor. We're gonna inhale, lift ourselves up. The stretch we want to feel is in the front of our hip flexor area. So we want to push our hips down and forward if we can, and lift our upper body up. So think about your hip girdle as like a bowl. You want to tip that bowl up. Right now it's tipping forward probably a little bit. Try to tip it up a little bit if you can. Let's inhale here on the exhale. Let's let our weight come over our back knee. We're gonna pull our toes up towards our shin, and we're gonna lean forward. And you can use your hands on the mat here to help you out. We're gonna try to find a little hamstring stretch. From here, let's let ourselves move back towards that front leg. We're gonna lift up the back knee so we can find a full extension in that back leg. We're gonna inhale here. And on the exhale, let's step the feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, let yourself come all the way back up. Exhale, let's let ourselves fold back forward. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, we're gonna step that left foot back. Let's drop that left knee. Let's inhale and bring our hands up high. This kind of opens up our front. And on the exhale, let's bring our hands to that front knee. We're gonna lift our chest and try to find an opening in the front of that hip flexor area. So think about tipping those hips again. Squeeze your lower abs to help lift. And inhale here. On the exhale, let's let ourselves go ahead and push back to that back hip. We're gonna reach our bodies forward and find a nice hamstring stretch. You can pull your toe back towards your shin a little bit. And remember, you know what's right for you. So if there's too much tension, it's not really that beneficial. So back it off. Let it feel uncomfortable, but not painful. If your breathing has to change because of how you are in a pose, it's probably wrong for you. Let's go ahead and let ourselves come forward towards that forward leg. Let's flip the toes, straighten out our back leg, and then see if you can lift your chest and your chin a little bit in this position. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, let's go ahead and step both feet forward into a forward fold. Let's inhale and come all the way up. Let's exhale, hands to the sides. Let's inhale, bring our hands high. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. From here, we're gonna take our right leg and lift it up high towards the sky. On the exhale, let's bring the right foot across towards the left wrist. We're gonna extend that left leg back and we're in pigeon. If your flexibility is, you're struggling on this, let yourself kind of flop over to the side, okay? Otherwise, if you can handle it, try to keep yourself over center so that if your hands were on the floor, you could still be there. You're gonna inhale here. And then if you want, if this is good, you can just stay here or you can work your way forward and down. It's up to you what you wanna do with the pose. But let yourself breathe a full breath. Pigeon pose. Let's inhale and bring ourselves up. On the exhale, let's step that foot back. We're going to take that leg that we just had in front, our right leg, and shake it out a little bit. And then let's replace that leg with the left leg. So we're going to inhale, lift that left leg high. On the exhale, let's bring the left foot through towards the right wrist. I'm going to inhale here. On the exhale, go ahead and find whatever your best pigeon pose is for today. And breathe those nice, long, full, easy breaths. Let's inhale, let ourselves come back up onto our hands. The exhale, let's push back. I'm going to take that left leg and shake it out. Then from here, let's go ahead and walk our feet forward. Let ourselves come down to a seated position. Let's lift the chin, lift the chest, palms are up. On the exhale, let yourself roll slowly. Until we come to rest. Let your palms be up towards the sky. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Let your feet flop out to the sides. And let your body just be. Bring your focus to your breath. Long, easy inhale. Relaxed, controlled. Exhale. Let your mind's attention go to your breath as you let your body sink into the floor. Feel free to close your eyes or leave them open. But just let yourself be. Think of each exhale as an opportunity to release tension in your body. If you want, you can scan your whole body. Or if you want, you can just focus on your breath and let yourself relax. If you're doing a body scan, it would look something like inhaling as you're focused on your feet. With the exhale, all the muscles in your feet relax and release. From there, you'd work up to your calves. The inhale, bring focus to that area. With the exhale, you release all the tension in those calves. From there, move up to your quads and your hamstrings. Your inhale, bring your mind's eye to that area. With your exhale, let those muscles melt into the floor. Our hips have a lot of tension. You're going to inhale, bring our focus and energy to that area. On our exhale, let them release. From here, we move to our core and our low back. Let's inhale. Our exhale, release. Moving up the body, we find our shoulders and our chest. An inhale, bring focus. With an exhale, release. Then come the muscles in our neck, our upper shoulders. Bring focus to that area. And then release. Lastly, the muscles in our face, our tongue, the muscles of our mouth. Bring focus to the area with an inhale. And then release. Let yourself take several long, easy breaths. Fully released and relaxed. Worried about only your breath. Let's wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. Let's inhale and extend our arms above our head. With the exhale, find as much space between the tips of your fingers and the ends of your toes as you possibly can. From here, we're going to inhale and bring our knees into our chest. So go ahead and hug your knees to your chest. And when you're ready, push yourself up into a seated position. Let yourself sit tall on your mat, like you did at the beginning of the class. I want you to inhale and exhale. Do you feel different now than you did at the beginning? Let's go ahead and take our palms, lift them up high to the sky. We're going to inhale, hands high. And exhale. It was a pleasure doing yoga with all of you today. I appreciate you coming, and I hope you feel good. Let's inhale, bring our hands up. Let's press our palms down to our heart. Namaste. Namaste basically means the energy in me or the effort in me salutes the energy in you or the effort from you. Thank you for spending time with us today. In the chat, if you have a particular type of workout that you would like to see us do, or that you'd be really interested in, please write it up. With that, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, stay here.
Yeah, I will. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Lily,
you.
you're here again. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll go to all of your classes.
That's awesome. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, Mr. Emmons.
Scarlett, nice to see
You like
you.
my haircut?